We spent the last 5 years fixing up this sailboat and now we're finally sailing up the Brazilian coast. Our first destination was Ilhabela. This was us a couple of days ago, having the absolute time of our lives. But not everything is smooth sailing, and the change in weather is forcing us to change location, so we have to head back to sea. After a nightmare of an anchorage, we are on the move to our next destination north, Ubatuba. And guess what? We're not alone.
We have left Ilhabela behind us. We're off to a new location because we are expecting some unpleasant winds at anchorage. They should have come this evening, but we're flying at 6 knots with 2 sails open, looking amazing outside. Big sail, but a really good sail. Sails open, and we were just 7.5, 8. We even reached 8 and a bit. It's so funny how not even an hour ago we were flying at 8 knots downwind, and now the wind's turned completely this morning though. My gosh, of course we didn't film it. Wind start 4 a.m. the wind just picked up loads and we weren't in a place for anchoring in strong winds, so we left. We got caught in a fishing net with the anchor, I think. Managed to get out of that, and then just when we got out, we were so close to rocks that I'd never accelerated so much in my life with this engine. And I think the stern must have missed the rocks with, I don't know, 4 or 5 meters. We saw dolphins, which was absolutely epic. I was at the helm, managed to see them all arriving. But new place, Ubatuba, and we're gonna head over to Paraty. So far sailing.
Super nice, I love it.
Now we arrived in 1.5 hours to fix in the storm. Is what you expected?
No, I was not expecting for that, like wake up in the middle of the night with a strong wind, set up everything to leave. It was tough, but we are here now and everything's okay, so calm down and we'll be in calm waters pretty soon.
What do you think of this performance of the sailing?
Well, with 2 sails we did 8.5 knots, so
I'm impressed by Yabá. I'm impressed. I don't know how the wind just turned northeast super hard, and I can see the beaches a few miles away, and the waves that are created from that beach are just massive. So we're trying to get as close to that beach as possible to then go around the point, because we're, I don't know, we're struggling to get 3 knots out of this. So get close to that beach, avoid all the big swell, go around the tip, that's the plan. Ready for some kite surfing?
Yes.
Open a little bit of the sail because we won't move forwards. We're getting close to the rocks now. We're getting closer to the beach. The waves are dropping and we're picking up speed next to, I'd say, just over half a sail there. Safely, everyone as well. We've got the cushions back there all blowing away. We've got a few fishing boats, fishing vessels that have come to shelter as well. Our neighbour's taking down his tarp because well, it's already blowing away and the wind hasn't even started yet. What we have now is northwest. We are waiting for a southwest south wind, and butterflies have come to shelter. One butterfly rescued. We left it on the fruit bowl. But yeah, the wind's supposed to come from there, so we should be good. Time for us to get into town. We've got a big snubber on, anchor drag along. Do some laundry, do some shopping, and most of all, take it easy. We are so happy we managed to make it to this bay right now. We're in a little tiny bay which is facing northeast, and even the swell that's come from this cyclone out in the Atlantic has made its way around almost 180 degrees, and it's hitting on this beach here, and it's a spectacle because people have never seen that before. We are looking at when to leave. Loic and Elise already took a bus to Paraty to go and explore while we're waiting here for the storm to pass. Now, tomorrow the swell gonna hit us on the way is gonna be like 3.64 meters, which is kind of not as comfy. We will be sailing downwind though, but it's a cyclone out there, so best not to go out. Thursday it's dropping a lot, but we won't have any wind at all, so we'll have to motor the whole way with still a 2.6 meter side swell hitting us. So we've decided to wait till Friday, which means we will have still a bit of swell, but tiny bit, but we'll be having to sail. There'll be an east wind. I think Friday, crack of dawn, just leave, sail close hauled, southeast out to sea, and then tack and head back up to Paraty, which is a place that we will love, or we've always wanted to see. And also, it gives us a couple of days to get the surfboards out.
Let's explore. Let's maybe if you find some wave tomorrow.
There's loads of cars arriving in the gas stations with like surfboards on, jet skis behind. That's a good sign.
So let's see if you find something tomorrow. So you have those 2 days to wait and.
Wait, we're gonna work. We've got lots to do.
Explore surfing, yeah, but no, we're gonna do something for sure.
No, we're definitely gonna have fun. But yeah, let's just not do anything stupid.
Yeah.
We've been stupid many times, but there's videos on Instagram and stuff just showing like people just filming their local beaches. Paraty is flooded right now, which is the place we want to go to.
So
I was gonna say it's
the
like a
whole
big
Brazilian coast, like the South Brazilian coast, is
flooded.
like happening like things that never happened before. So
let's
might
take
be
this
careful.
red in the middle of the map here as a red light to just hold down a bit, and we'll head over soon. Even though that would be cool, like surfing down the waves of 4-5 meters downwind. As we're waiting for this swell and storm to finish, we're going to do some jobs. Of course we are. Now, I've already organised the solar panel wires. I've put the stern light on, which was just some quick jobs and some wiring. But I've spent a lot of time in the engine room recently during our long trips checking, and it's very hot down there. And this here isn't just a beautiful face. It's not only, I don't even think it holds the roof up. This is a hole down to the engine room and a hole up to the roof that we fiberglassed over. And I remember when we were fiberglassing, I said, let's not forget to mark where the hole is because we will forget where it is one day. And today's the day where we're gonna start adding some vent, well, like a kind of a dorade box, like a mushroom on top of here, just to get some air down there. And we don't know how to find it up there. But that is not a problem. We just have a measuring tape and a small drill bit just to figure out if we're in the right place before we start drilling a big hole. This is what we're gonna do for now. Long term, we would like to have a blower down there that you just flick a switch and we have an in and an out ventilation tube for the engine room. So we just suck in a lot of fresh air, blow out a lot of that engine room air. Starts at 91. We have to measure 95 centimeters from the outside here inwards to find approximately the middle of the tube. Now, to not make many holes here before actually finding it, I need to know where the beam is. So I have my lovely assistant. Is that it? Oh, I'm already way off. Hang on. I have my lovely assistant here showing me the direction. Is it like that? Of the beam. 95 centimeters. What do you think? Is it going to work? I'm not going to drill all the way through, don't worry. Oh, perfect!
Yay!
It went just through fiberglass and not through any wood, so I need the big drill bit now.
Nice.
What's funny is you've got holes made out of fiberglass, the thickness of the fiberglass that we've put on top of this roof. That is, I can actually tell you right now, 1/2 centimeter of fiberglass.
Yeah, it could be the whole of a fiberglass boat. I'm gonna go in the engine room to try to talk to you. Hello!
Hello! How are you doing?
I'm okay, how are you?
Good, let's put the rest on.
Okay. I am very happy with that one. Looks good. White on white, white seeker.
We'll see how that goes over time. If anything, we can upgrade to the raid box or something. We're only going to find out when we have the blowers in. Even though we are traveling and we're making the most of just enjoying it, there are still jobs that have to be done. Now, the big jobs I want to get done are the ones that are in the way. Now, I've got this massive thing that was just falling and I had to move it all over the place, and I thought, let's install it. What is it? It came with Yabá, and I think it's still a very good thing to have. When we bought Yabá, all this was like sealable. You could pull something down and you could be nice and sheltered, but it just proved to be very inconvenient. Everything kind of rusted and jammed up. But this one over here just goes over there in the corridor, so that when you're sitting here and eating at anchorage, the wind will be coming from the bow. You can just wind this down and you can have a little wind shade over here, which is nice, and your napkins don't blow away. Now all the parts are here. I've got all the screws and the holes are already made, so I just need to figure out how it goes in with some drilling, and then I can't wait to test it, because today is a windy day, a windy sunny day. So if we keep this down, you can enjoy the sun there without being blown away. Going to be a big test. We're going to try and make these rings as flush as possible. If we keep kicking our toes, we are deleting this mission, because the last thing we want is to keep kicking our toes on the rings to hold this down. That is another project done on the boat. Check off the list. Now if you're lying in the sofa over here nice and cozy and there's a breeze and it's a bit too chilly, you just come over here. This is removable. It all came with the boat, it's quite cool. Just hook it in, wind it all the way down. This goes all the way up, by the way. You hook it on these two things down here. Tighten it a bit. And there we have it, no more wind. And we've got a little window as well, which is quite nice. There we have it. I can even talk to you guys without the wind blowing into the microphone, for example. It is pretty flat right now. It's 7:20 a.m. There is no wind. So we're just gonna weigh anchor and head off in the direction of that sunrise over there, which is gonna be stunning. The waves yesterday, the day before, were massive from a cyclone out at sea. Over there on the horizon, that isn't fog. That is the sea air from the waves crashing against the sand. So yesterday, 2 days ago, it was like 6-meter waves. Yesterday it was 4-meter waves. Today it should be just under 2-meter waves out at sea. So let's hope for the best. It should be enjoyable. It's predicted to be sunny all day, and we are going to catch a fish. We need to eat all the bananas.
All the bananas has to be gone.
We said, what can we do to get lucky to catch a fish? And one thing he said is, don't have bananas on board because they bring bad luck. It's an old superstition. Anyway, we're going to eat all the bananas right now. I don't care if you're hungry or not. So you have more odds.
Wait. Let me save the day. I'll try to make a banana bread. Because there's no superstition about not having banana bread on board. You're not allowed bananas, but once they become a bread, a loaf.
Okay, get started, because ASAP we need to catch a fish. We're out of food.
Okay.
That's the plan.
The plan is to go to the next town, Paraty. And even though this guidance is for us to go motoring, we might change it slightly, going more out to try to catch wind and sail instead.
We waited for today because the prediction is wind. Loic and Elise went to Paraty to go and see the town. We're going to go meet them there. And today's a special day. 2 special events are happening today. Which are they? One is...
Today's Pachamama Day, which is celebrated here in South America as Mother Earth Day. And me and my family, we always celebrate, so we have to do a little ritual.
We will do that. We need to have earth, but I think we have a cactus with some earth.
But Mother Earth,
True.
It's nature. I think the sea is nature. Of course, these traditions have to involve alcohol, but as we're stating, we're just gonna have a tiny bit just to honor Pacha. So it's a tiny shot. We offer some to Pacha, thank her for protecting us and for offering us everything she does. Since she's nature, so she offers everything. and then we have a little bit ourselves. Because it's like doing chin chin with Mother Earth. Okay, who's ready?
Thanks for keeping us safe. We haven't chosen the best conditions to sail in so far, but we're still here. Yeah?
Yeah.
Not all of it. And you?
Thank you, Pacha.
Thanks, Pacha.
I'm awake. And the second event?
You know how in a sailor's life, crossing the equator is a huge milestone? Well, if you see where we are in the map, we're still very far from the equator line. But we're gonna cross the Tropic of Capricorn today, which is gonna be our first imaginary line that we're crossing, so it is a milestone. I don't know how the ritual works. Like, I know for the equator there are so many things that you can do. I never heard of a ritual for crossing the Tropic of Capricorn, so maybe we can just start the trend.
Invent one.
Ben's zodiac sign is Capricorn, so maybe you're the one who has to invent the ritual.
Okay.
Are you ready to cross the Tropic of Capricorn?
Right now we are 23 degrees 27, 12 south, and the Capricorn is 23, 26, 12. And yes, it might seem silly that we're doing this, but this is our first tropical line that we are crossing out of many. Don't know how many. Out of many.
There are like 3.
Yeah.
Ready?
Ready. Let's hope it works. No, it's the same thing. See it stabilizing? See it.
You can see it?
There it is. Can you see it? We're crossing it. There it is.
We crossed it!
Off to the equator. Ritual wise, I didn't want to go up and invent something, but I chose something instead. It's not a real invention. I just want you to tell me what was the coolest thing or the best moment you had on the water, as this is a water-based celebration, on the south of the Tropic of Capricorn.
My favorite moment on the south of the Tropic of Capricorn was being born, but that's not necessarily in the water.
He was born on a schooner, guys. Secrets revealed. What is it? It can be on Yabá, it can be on another boat, it can be diving.
Launch day of Yabá.
That's a very good one. Yeah.
The water, I think, was that day we were eating temakis on Saco do Sombrio. Like, was a beautiful weather. Was such a perfect day. Like, good food, good vibes. I think it was the best day
Ever?
I had.
In
Yeah,
the south.
I think so. Yeah.
That's a good one. That's good. But we had Guy on board, and the vibes just went from level 100% to like 1,000 when we're at anchorages. Everything just changes. The vibes we've had so far are epic. I don't know. I think I've got many good moments, but as my memory is still fresh from these moments, I just think leaving. Tell you what, us finishing the storm that we had, and the next day just sailing into the island and just arriving in our first real destination and just seeing all the sailboats and all the planes, that transition from hanging on for your dear life and not letting go of the rudder to just arriving in a really nice island. That was one of my best moments in the south of the Tropic of Capricorn.
Now I have a question.
What may that be?
What was your favorite moment on the water above the Tropic of Capricorn? This interview.
My favorite moment was going over our favorite moments under the Tropic of Capricorn. Now that we've done this, we didn't want to miss this moment. Go and make banana bread. Because we're not catching any fish and we've got 2 lines out.
Okay, we are having this curse on board that we cannot catch fish. Like, if our life depended on it, we'll be doomed. And this morning talking, Guilherme said that it's known that bananas give bad luck on board. And we have bananas. So, I decided I would make a banana bread, and then we don't have the bananas anymore. They became something else. The thing is, he was not aware of that plan of the banana bread, so he started eating the bananas because he really wants to catch a fish. So this is all the bananas we have left, 3. So I'm gonna make banana bread with these 3 bananas. And I never made a banana bread before, by the way. But I'm also focused on the goal of catching a fish. So the reason we're making banana bread is not because we want to eat banana bread, it's because we want to eat fish, if that makes sense. Fun fact, here in Brazil we have like thousands of types of bananas. I know that for Ben, growing up in Belgium, he had like bananas. But here at the supermarket we have like, I don't know, 12, 15, 20, I don't really know the number, types of bananas. So I don't know if you can see the difference in color. This is more orangey, this is more yellowish. So this is the banana prata, silver banana, and this is the banana da terra. The translation is banana from the earth, but it's probably plantain, the one that's more like for savory food. But that's what we had, so I'm mixing them for the banana bread.
sail!
Yay!
Not a big one though, but it's something. Oh, I lost it.
No! Why?
I think we just got unlucky. All the hooks are still on. Anyway, I just chucked that out, so that's good. Let's go again. $5, please.
I don't have any money.
We're on the last strait to Paraty, which is a place we've been wanting to go for how long?
Forever.
Since you were born. Well, you've actually been once when you were tiny and never again. We're on the last strait. We've opened all 4 sails. We've got wind up the butt again. We're doing a calm 4.7 knots.
5 now.
And going 5.5 and just crossing all the fishing nets. We don't care anymore. We're almost there.
The thing is, this Paraty is in Rio de Janeiro, which is our 4th province. So we did Santa Catarina, Paraná, São Paulo, and now Rio. 4th state.
4th state. It's been a rush, but I feel now I'm going to Paraty, or at least I'm going to just here. It says how many islands?
365 islands, which means you can go to one on each day of the year. In a whole year, you can have one different island a day.
Let's see how long we stay. Well, we can go up, down, left, not really right, that's Africa. Well, we've got loads of cool areas accessible to us right now. Peaceful, peaceful. We had a really nice sail on this stretch over here, downwind. However, the wind's starting to drop as we go around this peak over here. And I'm not even that upset that we can't really sail here, because this place is like entering Narnia. It's like a paradise. It looks flat. Based on the map, there are so many anchorages, so many white beaches, little places we can go and have a picnic. I don't know, my brain is going wild right now. Compared to what we have out there, because this is a bay in a bay, and then inside this bay here there's so many little corners which you can go and explore. Insane. This is, I don't know, lots of sailors dream of the Bahamas and the Caribbean, but this is something that I've been looking forward to for so long.
This place is beautiful. Wow.
What do you think of it, Caio? When we sailed from Peña to Ilhabela, I said, how many sunsets do you have to see before they get tiring? And I thought that was an amazing sunset out at sea. But this one, my gosh, the layers of mountains and the sun just disappearing. You can still see all the rays. It's insane. I don't know How many of these do you have to see before it gets boring? My gosh, can't wait for the next days, the next weeks, months, explore all of this. And today the person at the helm for anchoring is MP. All I have to do is talk to her and press the down button when she thinks we're in place. How confident are you feeling?
From 0 to 10, maybe a 5.
You'll be fine.
I'm neutral.
Brake is on, let us straighten up a bit.
Engage your bus, check it for drifting. Go ahead to 1,000 revs or 7,500.
In the South Atlantic there was a big cyclone recently, so we had to shelter and all that. And even though we were in sheltered areas, the anchorages we were at were very, very shaky. Even though the wind might have stopped, the waves or the swell that came from that cyclone just shook us backwards and forwards. And tonight is the first night, I can tell you, we are, I don't know, this could be a pond in your garden. That's how flat it is, and I am really gonna sleep like a baby tonight. I'm gonna sleep like a log. It's gonna feel like I'm in a house on land. That's how flat it is over here. It's insane. And I don't know, it might not mean much to some of you guys, but we've only been living on the boat for a year now, and having a nice anchorage is just absolutely insane.